There's a lot of changes happening lately. There's a lot of incomings, a lot of outgoings, and I want to talk about them. I haven't seen such a redevelopment of Liverpool in years, where there's like multiple ins and outs in a very short space of time. So it's really exciting. Is it just me, or is this all happening really fast though? I mean, it's great. That's great. But I'm having trouble processing everything that's happening. It's like every few days you're like, great, you're here? How the fuck did they swing that? Come on in. Oh, you off, Big Kweev? Alright, mate. Thanks for Frimpong, you son of a bitch, get in here. You alright, lad? You off, Jarrell? Ah, alright. Cheers for everything the season before last. Sorry about Ipswich. Has anyone seen Nunes? You off, Big Nat? Thanks for everything that mental season. Legend, mate. Kerkez, Captain Kirk, get in here. Sobs is waiting for you, mate. Has anyone seen Nunes? You get the idea. You get the idea. There's a lot of incomings now, outgoings, is what I'm saying. Fucking hell. Slot, when he came in, to be fair, didn't rock the boat too much. Just some fine tweaks to find out exactly what he needed, which is actually an ideal way to go about rebuilding the squad. He used the season as a pre-season. Then him and Big Dick Hughes identified what they wanted, and boy, have they been ruthless.
Right, you're not going to lose your job. You're not going to lose your job. You know, you're not going to lose your job. So...
It's funny, actually, with Richard Hughes, that, like, the whole narrative last year, I was like, what's this guy actually do? What does this guy actually do? To now, all I see online is pictures of him with cigars in his mouth, being like, the fucking man. Okay, just have patience, will you? So let's take a look at some of the incomings and outgoings. Let's start with the incomings. Kerkez, Captain Kirk, Russell. I mean, this was the most it's definitely going to happen transfer of all of our definitely going to happen transfers that's happened already this year. He was essentially batting his eyelashes at Liverpool for months, and with these kind of cryptic social media messages and, you know, a lot of red and stuff like that. He's like 21, really young, backs himself, plays for Hungary. I don't know if it's a Hungarian thing, because him and Sabo are very confident, but that's great. I mean, and he was in the team of the season in the Premier League last year, maybe some people's teams. He's strong, he's fast, he's direct. He automatically improves the squad. I hope the Robertson does stay. I've seen links to him and Atletico. I don't know if that's a load of shite, but it'd be great to have Robertson for another year to kind of just for a bit of security in the left back role. I'm really excited about Kerkez. I think he'll go straight in, be a starter. 40 million? I think it looks like we're going to sign him literally today. So he may have even signed by the time this video comes out. So to have him on the left and Frimpong on the right. Let me tell you something about Frimpong. I love this man already. I'm not even talking about what he's doing on the pitch. That's great as well. But it's the off the pitch, the vibes. I already love him. I can tell he's going to be one of my guys. You know what I mean? When he's on the pitch, I'm like, what's he doing though? I just dig his whole vibe. I dig his good-naturedness, big smiley head on him. And I think, like, it's so funny that they've gone personality-wise with the exact opposite of what Trent was, who was a bit more broody and, you know, silent and too cool for school, that sort of stuff. Whereas Frimpong is like, fucking bring it in, big guy. I will, Jeremy. And the fact then that you have Kerkez on the left, you have Frimpong on the right, an injection of youth and creativity on both flanks, and the fact that Frimpong is good mates with their next fucking record-breaking signing, Florian Wirtz. They're going on fucking holiday together. He couldn't even sign the contract, even though all the things were done. We couldn't even announce it until he was back from holiday, because he was partying with Frimpong on some boat. They all love boats. With Wirtz, I'm so excited, but I'm also trying to not do that thing that some people did when, like, remember when Liverpool beat United 7-0 when we were shite, essentially. And then when we started playing good again and United were really bad, it's like, what do you think the score's going to be this time? Probably 10-0. It's like, oh, it's going to be a massacre. And then it turns out to be a crippling draw. So I'm trying to not just automatically do that thing that I've done to rationalise myself why Liverpool aren't signing the cream of the crop every year. I'm like, doesn't automatically make you a good team now. I spent years being that guy, and now I'm like, season's over. Just give us a title already, yeah? So I'm trying to not do that. But you can't tell me this isn't fucking exciting. Did we pay over the odds? Who cares? But he's a genuine generational talent, and he just seems so fucking ruthless. Even when he signed, it was like, I'm not here to have fun. You're gonna have fun anyway. But his whole thing was, I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to win everything. Yes, man. That's what I fucking want to hear. Not just, that's it. It's not even like the level is like, I want to win something here. I want to win fucking everything here. So super exciting already. And you would expect that we're going to sign someone else because there's been some outgoings and some rumoured outgoings. So let's have a look and see who is gone and who is on the way out. Just processing all these changes again. So I should say also we've got Marmadashvili in, of course. And to be fair, he looks quality actually from what I've seen. It's still a bit sudden to lose Big Kweev, which we knew was going to happen. And I've never been more delighted for a player to leave Liverpool while also being incredibly sad to lose him. It's funny, I haven't actually heard from Big Kweev since my message thanking him for all he's done for Liverpool. He's been busy. He's obviously abroad when he proposed. It's all busy signing for Brentford. You know what I mean? I understand. He Big Kweev. What's going on, man? You have Trent gone. Is he? Very much publicised. Trent is at Real Madrid. We got a fee from him in the end. Plenty of Liverpool fans have already begun the hate watch for Trent at Madrid. Just, you know what? All the best, mate. And Jarell, Quansah, to Leverkusen. What's the story with us and Leverkusen being like, oh, friends? The fact, Leverkusen not only, I get to Quansah now, but not only are we like doing good business with them and all this, but their social media on Twitter, like, they have been posting nothing but Florian Wirtz for the last like 2 weeks, knowing that Liverpool fans are just going to retweet it. And then even when he did sign, it's like, take care of our boy. You have this to look forward to, Reds. I mean, well, just good-natured. And then, like, take care of him. Liverpool respond, we will, thank you. Like, great. So now it's gone the other way. And it's like, hey, what about that guy? Who, Quansah? Yeah, all right. With Quansah, it's, we got a great deal for him, 35 million or something like that, or 30 or something like that. It's a shame that he's not kicking on at Liverpool, but I'm glad to see him getting, a big move to a big club and where he'll play every week. I love seeing English players go abroad while young. It's not something that you see a lot. It's worked for Bellingham, the prick. So I am happy for him, and I think it's a shame kind of the way his Liverpool career ended in that, like, nothing bad really, but he had such a strong season alongside Van Dijk on Klopp's last season that you think, like, this guy's a fucking mini Van Dijk. And then he was hooked at half-time in the first match of the season with Arne Slot, and Konate then kicked on and had a great season. But Quansah, I always feel like, is like, as everyone's celebrating, we're first place, we're going to win the league, and Quansah, like, yeah. So I am happy for him. And a few more on the rumour mill. Robertson possibly is considering his options. And Harvey Elliott, which, like, again, I keep forgetting, like, all these signings that we're bringing in, like, Kerkez is only 21, Wirtz is 22, Harvey Elliott's only 22. And he's got, like, 5 good years experience of playing for Liverpool. And it's just such a shame. I would love to keep him because I don't want to lose too many. You know what I mean? You strengthen the squad, but then if you lose too much, you're kind of back to baseline. I would love to keep Harvey Elliott, but a player that good doesn't really want to sit on the sidelines and just have a bit part to play. So it's kind of a shame because he can't quite fit in for regular game time, but I think we get a pretty good fee for him. I see Brighton are possibly in talks to sign him, which would actually be a great move for him and them. But he's rumoured to be on the outs. Nunes and Napoli, talks grow stronger every day. Nunes just, by the way, can we talk about Nunes shaving his head? See, all the best, mate. He's dead to me. I'm kidding, of course. I know I talk about Nunes all the time. It's like, I'll be sad to see him go, obviously. Devastated, in fact, because I really do think there's still such a good player in there. He kind of had his worst season for Liverpool. But part of me is just like, can we just have one game with him with the shaved head and just see how we get on? I know it won't make a difference. But with Nunes, I would be delighted to see him go off and play well, start, be scoring goals, be prolific. But part of me will also be devastated to see another club reaping the benefits of a good Nunes. And currently our attacking options, I mean, I can't imagine that we'll let him go if we don't have someone else. You know, Jota's great. He's very good. But he can kind of be hot or cold. Didn't have his best season last year. When I look at our first team, I'm like, fucking brilliant. Kerkez, Frimpong, Wirtz, McAllister, Salah, Diaz, you know, all these people, like Van Dijk, all these people. And then when I see that fucking cursed number 9 or central attack, I'm like, still a bit light. So if we let Nunes go, you better believe that we've got something in mind. Isak? I mean, if you can get that over the line, good luck. And then rumour mill on the way in, Gray, that lad. There's just a lot to process. And every few days, I'm either punch in the air or I'm been like, all right, mate. But it's super exciting. And I seen a thing from David Ornstein yesterday that said Liverpool are now going to cool off a little bit and see how the transfer market develops. I mean, we've got a great bit of business. I mean, 3 first team signings before the end of June. Like, fucking brilliant, man. I mean, best in class, really. Unless we have like the pulling power of a Real Madrid who have some sort of weird hoodoo over players. Certain kind of players want to go to Real Madrid. Dickheads. So there's a lot of change is the point of this video. And it's very exciting and I'm just trying to process it all. And do you know what? I would actually be a bit concerned at the rate of change if it wasn't for one thing. If it wasn't for the fact that Big Mo and Big Verge have extended their deals for 2 more years. Because I think what you get from them on the pitch, obviously, is best in the world in their position. But what you get off the pitch, I think you get just as much off the pitch, if not more. Because if all these new players were coming in and those 2 lads weren't there setting the standard, setting like this is the expectation, show like and leading by example of like their hunger, their desire, Salah in the gym every 2 minutes, you know, what they accept, what they don't accept. I think if they weren't there, you could argue like standards might slip a little bit. So not only are they there to see in the new crowd and say, welcome, welcome, and don't fucking mess around here, all right? So not only that for the new players, but also them for 2 more years gives the kind of upcoming senior players, like McAllister, Szoboszlai, a few of these sort of players, it gives them 2 more years of saying, okay, if you're going to lead the team, this is also what you need to do. And then, so by the time Van Dijk and Salah goes, you have this other group of leaders ready to lift the club up and to keep that standard. So I think the fact that they're the standard bearers, I've said the word standard a lot, makes me really confident that they're coming into such a good, well-drilled, good, well-structured team. And that's what has me at ease a bit more, is the fact that they're there. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what else we do. I haven't had a transfer window like this where it's like, who are we going to sign next? You know, rather than, as opposed to like, are we going to sign someone? And I think we've shown it's possible to do it without that. But it's still nice when we can do it. When we can do it. When we can say, you know what? Yes. But it remains to be seen. Kerkez may have even been announced by the time this video is out. But let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Is there anyone that you're excited to, particularly excited to see? Is there anyone that you're lamenting that we're letting go? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for the support. If you want some merch, there's a link in the description below. I'll see you in a few days. The next video, I am going to propose new chants Not new chance, just chance. I've got a couple of great ones lined up for Florian Wirtz. I'm just going to put it out there. Frimpong, Kerkez. So if you're on the cop and they do something good, you think, you know what, I've got something for you. But until then, have a great week and up the fucking Reds.